Hey YouTube, Untamed here. So just the other day on December 21st, the order banks for the 2024 Toyota Land Cruiser opened up in Germany. Granted, Germany only had 1,000 units allocated to them right out of the gate. So all 1,000 2024 Toyota Land Cruiser units were sold out within 30 minutes of Toyota opening those order banks. So pretty remarkable how quickly those went over there. So I think we're definitely gonna see a very similar interest in that new Land Cruiser here in the US. Granted, very different from the previous generation Land Cruiser that had a 5.7 liter V8. You know, Land Cruisers of the past have always kind of been a more expensive option, right? Whereas now they're going to be a little bit more affordable to the quote-unquote common man, right? We're able to spend anywhere from mid-50s up to mid-60s, mid to high 60s, depending on what trim you get. You know, you get the 1958, you get the first edition. You know, there's 3 editions right out of the gate that you can opt for, or the quote-unquote standard, right? They are going to be much more attainable. Toyota has already announced that they're going to be producing the crap ton out of this Land Cruiser. It's going to be very, very similar to what we see with the current 4Runner. The 5th generation 4Runner has sold anywhere from 115,000 to 145,000 units every single year. And we're going to be seeing very similar figures for this new Land Cruiser eventually. Obviously, not right out of the gate. Right out of the gate, they got to get the infrastructure up and running in order to massively produce the thing, right? And that's just going to take a little bit of time, a little bit of build out. But we can expect to see that within the next 2 or 3 years, I would argue. So do not fall victim to what we see in the US. I mean, with the brand new cheese, the new vehicle, like we see with the 2024 Toyota Tacoma, dealerships take advantage of your excitement. They know people are excited about the brand new Tacoma. They know people are excited about the brand new Land Cruiser, right? And they take advantage. You know, they try to stick a $5,000 or a $10,000 markup above MSRP, and they're able to trick people into paying it. You know, they make people think, oh, you know, you're gonna be the first to have it, and they're not gonna make too much of these, right? They're gonna be limited production. They'll say whatever it takes to make you spend the money for it. And that's the unfortunate truth. Do not fall victim to that. Toyota already announced that they will be producing plenty of the 2024 Toyota Land Cruiser. So pump the brakes, give it a minute, and I guarantee it, you're gonna get a good deal at MSRP or even better within the next year or two. So pump the brakes, I guarantee it, you'll get a good deal, okay? You know, Germany, them expressing such interest in it is kind of a shock to me. I wasn't expecting to see, you know, such a huge amount of interest within Germany. 30 minutes. That is pretty remarkable of how fast. I mean, if you do the math, it's 1 unit sold every 2 seconds. That's pretty crazy. So let me know what your thoughts are on that. You know, these other countries, you know, European countries, same with Canada, you know, legally, they are required to sell at MSRP or better. They can't be fluffing up the books and marking their vehicles up and taking advantage of the consumer. They're actually legally bound to not do that. We should be here in the US, but we're not. Right? Unfortunately, dealers, they lick their chops whenever a new vehicle is coming out, and they get so excited because they can just line their pockets with a free 10 grand, right, of suckers who fall victim to it, unfortunately. So do not fall victim to it. Pump the brakes. You will get a good deal, I promise you. You know, unfortunately, though, with these other countries, like Canada in particular, that I know of for sure, they try to find loopholes. You know, in Canada, they will sell it to one of their salesmen. They will then drive it around for a couple 100 miles. The salesman will sell it back to the dealership or just have it sold to the dealership after it's quote-unquote used, and then they can then sell it at quote-unquote market value, which, again, allowing them to take advantage of people that way. So there is loopholes to it, and it's an unfortunate truth, an unfortunate reality that we do see other countries deploying those for the sake of lining their pockets. So don't fall victim to that. Be sure to leave the greedy dealerships that are trying to milk you of a markup a 1-star review in Google. Always be sure to do that, and look elsewhere. If you keep looking, be patient, you will find a good deal, I promise you. Let me know what your thoughts are. Appreciate you watching as always. Until next time.